Good morning, class 7. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will discuss about chapter number 16, that is water, a precious resource. In the previous lecture, we had talked about availability of water on our earth, and we are just try to understand that how much percentage of water is usable for us. Now today we'll discuss about water cycle and the processes in water cycle. So first of all, we have to understand that what are the different forms of water on the earth. So there are three forms of water on the earth, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. So solid means snow and ice. These are the solid forms of water. Snow is a very soft type of hard form of water, solid form of water, and ice you all know, because I think you all enjoy ice cream. So it is a hard type of form. If you throw it on someone's head, maybe he will hurt, so don't do that. So these are the solid forms of water which is present in the hilly areas in the form of ice and snow. Then comes the liquid form of water: ocean, seas, rivers, ponds, lakes, ditches, wells. These are the liquid form of water. Underground water also in the liquid form. So it is the most common form of water on the earth. Then comes the gaseous. Whenever we heat water, or whenever water gets heated, maybe by humans, maybe by due to nature, or maybe that is sun, so water is converted into water vapor, that is gaseous form. Now we are going to understand that we are using water in a constant form. We are using water in a constant form, means regular, continuous we are using, but still water is present for use. So how come it will happen, or how come it is happening? So the circulation of water from in the different forms is called water cycle, or you can say the circulation of water from earth to the sky and back to the earth is called water cycle. So let's understand the different processes in water cycle. So first of all, underground water. So we know after raining, water move to seas, lakes, ponds, oceans. But in this process, there are some waters sieves through the ground and stored under the ground. So this water is called underground water. Then by the help of tube wells, hand pumps, we take this water from the ground and use it for our purpose. This water again start flowing on the earth, and it is again start evaporation. Evaporation will be there. So evaporation, we already discussed the process of change of water into water vapor due to heating. So this is called evaporation. So by this process, this liquid form of water converted into gaseous form. Then it moves upwards in the sky, or goes high in the sky, and there comes the next form, that is called the condensation. So condensation is the process of change of water vapor into water or small drops of water due to cooling. So when this due to evaporation, the water vapor goes up high in the sky. In the sky, the temperature is low, and here water starts or water enters in the process of condensation, and it is converted to water drops. Now these water drops start gathering together in the sky, and gradually they form clouds. And when these drops of water gathered together, and it forms big drops of water, and they come back on the earth in the form of rain. When they pass through a very cold region, they will convert it into small pieces of ice, which also falls from the sky, and that is called hail, ola. Then comes the snows. When this cloud reach in the mountain areas, it will, due to the cold temperature, low temperature, it will convert into snow also. And snow flow is and snow comes, that water comes in the form of snow on the ground. So this whole thing, snow, hail, rain, they together when we combine, then we called the process of falling water in the form of rain, hail and snow on the earth is called precipitation. So class, this is the different processes of which combines in the form of water cycle. So people mostly use this groundwater. In the cities they have a system, that is, they collect water from the ponds, rivers, and then they purify it. That is called water supply system, and it is maintained by civic bodies in the cities. So in the cities people get water easily. Yes, they pay for it, but they will get it. And in the villages, people have to walk a lot for water. Children also move with their parents for fetching water, and they don't have time to go to school because they have to walk 2 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers from one side. Both side it becomes 40 kilometers. Yes dear, like this they keep walking and then they fetch the water. Nowadays the condition is a little good, but in the few years back, 10-20 years back, the condition is worst. So this way they are not able to go to school because they are fetching water. In some areas they use tube wells, hand pump, but still in some parts of our country the condition of water is very bad. We have to take care of this precious resource, because once it's gone we will suffer a lot. So class, I hope you are able to understand today's topic, processes of water cycle. If any problem, ask me class, I will help you. Have a great day. Be safe at home. Thank you.